And welcome along and welcome back to This Is Ireland, where today it is the third day of harvest. It's been a little bit wet overnight, and as you can see, we're riding down the side of our canola field here, which is absolutely ready to go. So what we're doing is we're waiting for the wet crop icon to clear. And while we're waiting for that, we're just going to have a little ride of our horses. Our sheep also need some water, so we're going to be heading around and doing that in a little bit as well. But if we can earn a good chunk of money here by doing some work with our horses and sort of giving them a quick ride, which shouldn't take us too long, then hopefully by the time the crop has dried out enough for us to get our combine going, we should have a nice little bit of money coming in from the horses. So I'm going to get these bad boys ridden, and then we'll see where we are after that job is done. We of course have a good number of bales to pick up as well, and I'm thinking at the moment I might get an auto stacker for these round bales as well. I don't think we need all these round bales. The whole idea between doing these round straw bales was so that we had something for the horses. If we just stop here quickly. There we go. Let's have a look at one of these. I don't think the overnight moisture has caused an issue in them. No, they are still at 4,000 litres. So we're all still good with these bales. What we really need to worry about is if we start getting any rain on them. Fortunately, if we look at the seasons thing, we're a couple of days away from having any kind of rain on our land at all, so that's good. Looking at this, looking at our grass fields, actually, we've got a good growth of grass back as well. I think, has our grass grown back fully? Yeah, I think our grass has grown back fully, so we want to get this cut as well again. We need to get really some more silage off this. We could also have, we also have the grass left, or we got the silage left to sell. So we're going to be doing that. Probably on our rainy day, we're going to go and sell the silage. But for now, yeah, that's going to remain down there, nice and covered until we can go and get that sold. So it's just turned 10 o'clock in game. Our current horse we have been riding for about 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes and 27 seconds. So we're going to finish riding this. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually been jumping bales and testing my ability to jump and how well I can do that. I targeted my 2 horses that pay the most money. Basically, that will sort our horses a bit. It looks like our best bet going forward for a number of horses is basically to keep 2, maybe 3 at most. I think we might be able to handle that many. At this point, 6 is a bit much for us, so it's a bit difficult to get that done. We might be able to do like 3 a day or something like that, but at the moment I managed to do 1.5 before the wet crop icon has disappeared. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish off this horse, finish off riding this horse, and then return this, and we'll head over to the harvester and get ourselves sorted and started with that. Okay, so we've just about done. We're at 58, 59. Oh no, come on. There we go. We've got like 2 seconds. There we go. Right, jump off this horse. And yeah, so there we go. We have ridden, I think we've ridden, yeah, we rode Jeremy today, who they actually need straw, so we are going to sort them as well. Jørgen and Jeremy, so that's got us over £1,000 from just 2 horses. We've got a few more to go, so we're going to have a workaround of these. But yeah, that is the horses done for today. We might have a bit of a ride at the end of the video. But for now, we're going to head over to here and our ideal combine. So start this up, fold this out. There we go. And we're going to head around the field to get it started. There we are. Lift up our header. And in we go. So we got canola here. This is a nice field of canola all ready to be harvested. I'm hoping for a good yield off it. A good yield off here is going to bring in a good amount of money. I mean, we have 145,000, which is really great. And we've got all that silage to sell as well. I'm actually wondering if it is a good time to sell the silage. I noticed, so I saw on a stream earlier today, best time to sell silage being in the winter. So we might see where we are with it. We might have a quick look while this is going down this headland of when the best time to sell the silage is. So if we bring this up and see the prices, and we select silage. Oh wow, yeah, we actually haven't gone through a full year yet to be able to tell when the best time to sell silage is. But I doubt that is the right price for that. That seems excessively high for the rest of the year. So we did have that with seasons in FS17, where the first year it was quite often difficult to tell when the best time to sell a crop was. But as I said, I've seen other streams where the best time to sell is like day 3, day 4 of winter, and would give us a good thing to sell in winter as well. So what I might do is try and store the silage that we have down there. I think that we own that. If I'm right, I think we own that area. Yeah, we do own that area. So we can take the silage that's in the silage clamp, and hopefully there's a shed or something that we can put it into. And then what we'll do is we'll go and get some more silage, or we'll do some more grass cutting as we get to the end of autumn, and we'll go and do some more silage into there, because I think that will be a really great thing for us to go into winter, making sure that we have making sure that we have winter jobs to do, because we do need to make sure that those winter jobs keep coming. There are other jobs that I'm going to want to do in the winter months. Round by our horses, we have a load of trees, and I want to cut those down, cut some of those down, put a new shed in there so we have somewhere to store our straw bales for them. And the big thing, of course, we're trying to get to at the moment and trying to save up for is to get started on the cows. And I want, by the time we hit springtime on this map, for us to be getting the cows in. And if we have a look at that area is up here near the shop, and we do actually own the cow area. I'd forgotten we'd bought that. So yeah, we actually can move ahead with the cows. Move ahead with the cows earlier than I was expecting. We can get something started there sooner rather than later. In fact, we could take some of the silage, maybe a trailer full of the silage, up there ready for us to work with, and possibly place down a silage clamp so that we could do our silage there instead, maybe. So lots of options at the moment. Very, very intrigued to see where we go from here. For now, though, I'm going to get a couple of headlands cut out of this field, and we'll see actually how full we are. I think we're going to hit a full tank before we get to the end of this headland, and we'll need to pop out and get our class tractor and get carting with our combine. Oh wow, coming to the end of our first headland, and we are 90% full. That is incredible. That is a fantastic crop of canola we have off here. I'm very, very pleased with that. Now what we're going to do is take that down to about 12. But we are in a position now where we're actually going to be looking to empty this. Well, before we got too far back round for our second headland. So we are doing 2 headlands off here. But yeah, it is going to be not too far, not too long before we hit that, before we get the whole way full. In fact, we're at 98% now, 99%, and this should hopefully stop. I'm ready. Yeah, there we go. So let's go get our class and get this emptied. Heading down to our combine now in our class Atlas tractor, and with our Brohan trailer on the back. We're going to get this emptied rather nicely, I think. What I might do is I want to keep things moving. We've got a limited amount of time today, so we're gonna take this and put this on follow me. So what I want to do is bring it round, get us far enough back that we can line up. No, it needs to be close enough. There we go. Yeah, is that a little bit more? There we go. And then bring it forward slightly. And the beauty of this is we can position this, let it start emptying, and then get going. There it goes. There we are. So switch the other one, start her up, start our harvesting, and away we go. And our tractor should try and keep up. And if it doesn't, what we do is go shift and pull it slightly forward. And there we go. So that is using follow me to do carting, which is quite a cool way of doing things, I always think. Oh, and it's just trying to keep in the right place. And once we're empty, all we do is we go F and F, and that stops the follow me, and then we bring in our auger like so, and that just then keeps the tractor. It means that we can keep moving. We'll have to move the tractor around with us, although we should get round the field most of the way. Yeah, there we go. That is how to use follow me to empty while you're carting, and you can actually do it that you then get it to back off and then just follow you around the field, but I find that's quite an expensive way of doing it. So instead I tend to stop the tractor, and then when we need it, and we can go and get it. Quite often we can actually get a hired worker going from this point onwards. It is just the headlands where we kind of need to use a maneuver like that. Coming up to the end of the second headland, we're not quite as full as we were on the last one. That's partly because we were emptying along that side. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to take the combine up and get us emptied, empty the rest of this into the traction trailer, and then use a hired worker to go into the field and get the rest of this done. So we're going to come up to here, we're going to line up at this point. This is where we'll send the hired worker in a moment. But first, I want to come to this and grab this. Now that's interesting. We've emptied a little bit on the ground. I don't know why that is. That's a bit odd. That is that little bit odd. Cool, but odd. I think I know what's going on with my overloading. Why my stuff is having a problem, and I will fix that in a moment. But for now, this is being emptied. We're going to get our combine going into the crop once we've either filled the tractor or filled the trailer or emptied the combine. And it looks like it's the trailer that's full, so we'll bring that in. We will then send the hired worker off. There they go. And we're going to leave them to it for the moment, and we're going to go and get this tipped. So away we go. So we're back at our yard, and this is our first nearly 27,000 litres off the field. This is off just 2 headlands, and it's not even the full 2 headlands. That is fantastic. This is going to be a really, really good crop for us. So I'm been a little bit worried about whether it's going to work or not. Now I seem to have Yeah. There we go. Need to switch to that. So we'll get all this into our grain store. Really nice space for this grain store. I'm glad I added this in here and added this to this farm. Works really, really well as a space to have this in. Of course, you have to back into it far enough that you don't hit the trailer on the outside. But yeah, it works brilliantly with those silos there. And they're thin enough to really work like that. And I think I mentioned this a couple of videos ago, when we first did our silage. But yeah, really, really pleased to have that working as well as it has. So we'll head back to the field now. Our combine is 67% full, so we're good. We're going to get back in plenty of time. So I will see you back down there. We're back down to the field and the combine is just... Actually, the combine has stopped for some reason. I think it's... yeah, the hide worker has stopped because I think he's worked out, actually, that it looks like he's finished the row. That's alright, though. What we're going to do is we're going to go and do basically what we did last time. I'm going to put the auger out here. We'll start this up, get ourselves lined up, and I want to set up the GPS on this run as well. So we're going to do that too. We've curved in a little bit, so there's going to be a little bit to pick up. But I'm going to run back over to our tractor, get that lined up from behind, turn the indicator off, and again put the follow me on. So there's our combine. We'll jump back in that, start heading forwards, and the first thing we'll do is we will set our GPS course as well, so that now we're emptying, we're doing our GPS, and we're just sort of running everything at the same time. I want to get this to run pretty much as smoothly as possible. There we go. And we're on the GPS course as well. So now we can worry a little bit less about this. And we can have this running the whole way down as it should. So I've emptied enough there. We are going to control F. Oh no, shift F to stop our tractor from following. So that's all done. And we can start getting this filled again, which is good news. I'm going to come off my course here and grab this bit that for some reason the hired worker missed. But that's good. So that cost us £32. It is now 5 o'clock in game. So it looks like we're not going to finish this field today, which is a pity. Whoa. We need to get that lined up. So it looks like our GPS is way, way off course. Yeah, where are our lines on the GPS then? Let's show the lines. Okay, not massively off course. Just far enough that it's going to leave a line. So if we move this way across, and go and head that way like that, we're going to have an initial problem, but once we've sorted it, we should be alright. It's going to be more of a problem on our return on the other side. So what I might do is for now leave that where it is, and leave that swath over there, and we'll cut back into the field on this side. Might be a wise way to go, I think. So I've managed to correct the issue I had with the GPS. The best way I found to do it, because we had that overlap and we're going to end up with sort of a single little row, I ended up doing sort of half a header's width down this side and down the other, and it just meant, because it was slightly over half of a header, or slightly over a header, it just meant that we ended up getting everything without having to do a massive turnaround or run around. Now what we're going to do, it is now 6:30 in the evening in game. I think what we're going to do is we're going to get this section of the field cut out. So we're good. I would say we're probably about 2/3 of the way through the field. We've got 2 headlands out. We've got half of the main body, or we will have half of the main body of the field cut. So that should mean that we're about 2/3 of the way through the field, I think. So I'm going to keep this going. And when we get to the end of here, which I would also guess is roughly when we're going to end up with a full tank, what we're going to do is we're going to finish off for the day at that point. Means that we're going to have a bit of a field of canola here to finish off next time. But to be honest, that's very realistic. That is how farming goes quite often. You know, you don't always finish a field in a day, especially one as huge as this. And this one is really, really doing well for us. I mean, we have, we're going to have over 50,000 litres off here. And if we have a look at the sales for canola at the moment, that is over 50,000 in value that we're going to get back from them, which is absolutely brilliant. It's going to throw us over the 200,000. It's going to give us a really good base to start our cows off with, which is brilliant. So I'm going to ask you guys actually, which would you rather see us do here on this map? Would you rather we did beef cattle, or would you rather we did milk and did a dairy farm? I am very interested in your thoughts for that. It's getting quite dark in game now, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this end bit off here, obviously, and we're going to get the lights on our combine. So it's not often we have the full power of the lights going on our combines on this on our maps, mainly because we don't normally go this late, but it is certainly going into the evening here. Overnight, I think we're going to end up with dew again, which has been quite a great revelation actually for seasons 19. The fact that dew is actually a thing is brilliant. The fact that you can't actually on a given day harvest till about 10 AM, I think is absolutely brilliant. I'm absolutely loving that. I do just want to check on my animals before we finish, so we can have a look at that as well. The sheep are down to 732 litres of water, but we should have a pump on there that will ensure that they are all right. I think we have a similar thing with our horses at the moment. If I can actually get it to go down there. There we go. There we are. So yeah, the horses are similar, although the horses also have no straw. So we really need to sort them later. But at the moment, we're kind of running out of time to do that. The harvest is taking precedence. So hopefully they will all be all right, but we'll see where it goes. We are 85%. We're going to have a tiny bit to come back and get on this side. But this should fill our tractor and trailer, I think, which will be brilliant. It should be absolutely fantastic for us. I will look after the sheep and the horses. Don't worry, they will be all right. Are we going to hit 90,000? We are. Oh, sorry, 90%. We are going to hit 90% on this. Yeah, there we go. We've got a small tuft of crop back up the field. I always think it's really eerie in a combine in the dark. Well, there's our tuft. There we are. Grab that. Lift this. We'll put that out and we'll turn our header off, or we'll turn the thresher off. Yeah, auger is out. And we will leave our combine on the field tonight to make sure that we're okay next time. We're a little bit too close to that trailer. you guys may have seen. There we go. That will do nicely. So down with our header. Let that get emptied, which is going to take a little while. So in the meantime, we'll start up our tractor, get all of our lights on. Wow, look at that. That is a beautiful sight. That is absolutely gorgeous. Right, let's get our auger in. We still have some canola in the tray, in the combine, so we'll have to deal with that in the morning. For now, though, we're going to go and tip this, our second 26,000 litres. So we've got lots left to get here. Yeah, as we swiftly lose the sun, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.